Should people with opposite political views date each other? Well, the unsatisfying answer is that it depends. So, when we look at the two major parties in the US, there are actually plenty of areas where Democrats and Republicans do have some things in common in terms of normative values, things that they believe are generally good for society. For example, neither Democrats nor Republicans like to openly see themselves as racist or as classist. They all like to purport to care about the middle class, for example. Economic views, I've come to see, are not things that necessarily tear relationships apart. Think about this. So, if you're someone who opposes tariffs and you went on a first date with someone and they said they love tariffs and they think they should be higher, would you really be that offended? Is it really that big of a deal? No, it's not. You don't care that they support tariffs. It's not going to make or break your relationship. It's just not a huge roadblock. Contrast that with some other political views, for example, relating to abortion. Still an incredibly hot topic. This Dobbs decision is very concerning to a lot of people. Roe versus Wade overturned. And if you're someone who opposes abortion strongly and you have a partner who supports abortion rights and you have an unwanted pregnancy together, what do you do about that? How do you sort that out? So differences in abortion views can be extremely problematic for a relationship, as can views on LGBT issues, actually. So suppose you're dating someone who has views like, hey, Obergefell should be overturned. There shouldn't even be civil unions. They shouldn't have the right to adopt. It's like, what do you do if one of your kids turns out to be gay and you have a partner who's saying they don't think that your kid should have equal rights? They think your kid should have fewer rights. Like, what do you do about that? Can you raise kids together? I seriously don't know. I think it could be difficult. I think that other issues, foreign policy, I mean, that's really not a huge deal. I think a lot of it does come down to just the social issues in politics that really divide people up. I don't think people are losing sleep over their partner's views on taxation, on Vladimir Putin, on Israel-Palestine, although that could be a major deal, actually. Some people would say there's a genocide going on. Israel is committing a genocide, and they want their partner to condemn that. But generally speaking, there are a lot of political issues that I don't believe on their own would be super problematic to a relationship. I think you also, and as I said, it depends. You also have to take into account how your partner goes about expressing them. If they are divisive, if they are belligerent, if they're aggressive when they spout their political views, if they are unable or unwilling to look at things through your point of view, that's a red flag. You might not want to date someone like that. Or if you find yourself dating someone like that, have a serious conversation with them about how that makes you feel, about how they're entitled to their opinion, but how you don't like that they're expressing their opinion that way. I've come to find that the conventional wisdom is that you need to make sure that you and your significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, they're on the same page with politics as well as religion. I think it's something that can be worked around. I do. But I think that you're going to need to have a good roadmap for how you're going to navigate issues relating to having kids, how you're going to talk with them about policy, how you're going to talk in front of each other's family as well, because you might come from totally different families, and so when you go to meet your in-laws' parents or something, it's like, oh, hey, all of a sudden you're isolated. You're a progressive with your conservative spouse and their conservative family or whatever. You're greatly outnumbered. How do you deal with that? So you have to talk a lot about family integrity, because I do believe family integrity is very important. You should not disown your family members based on their political views. You should still respect them, even if their views are extreme. Speak to them about them, but don't disavow them, don't disown them. Keep going on. There are some things that are more important than how we believe that the country should be governed. And yes, I realize that lives are Lives are lost due to poor governance. But if we can't have discourse about these things, and if we can't keep an open mind and an open heart to who we become friends with, who we remain in touch with, who we date, it can be hard. Things like friendship and things like romance, for a lot of people, they're basic human needs. We want them and we get them, and while we're enjoying them, we're not really thinking about, oh, does this person agree with my politics or not, or my religion or not? We have to think about the consequences later down the line for the family. But, when you pursue things that we as humans are programmed to want so badly, it might be a good idea to be less hardcore, to make some compromises on politics and possibly even religion. But that's a different video for a different day, religion. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think that people of different political views should date? Do you think that my answer is wrong and that it does not depend and that the answer is unambiguously no? Or do you think that, do you agree with me? But yeah, let me know what you think. Please leave a like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to speaking to you in the next video.